Have you ever imagined your favorite city just gone? Vanished beneath the waves or swallowed by the desert? Today, we're taking a journey to the places on our planet that are in a race against time, cities that might disappear within our lifetimes. From the romantic canals of Venice to the bustling streets of Jakarta, we'll uncover the shocking reasons why these incredible urban centers are facing extinction. Is it rising sea levels, sinking land, or something else entirely? And more importantly, is there anything we can do to save them? Stick around as we explore the beautiful, fragile cities on the brink. First up, let's head to the city of canals and gondolas, Venice, Italy. For centuries, its beauty has captivated travelers, but this floating masterpiece is in serious trouble. The problem is twofold. First, the city is sinking. The very ground it's built on, a soft mix of mud and sand, is compacting under the weight of its historic buildings. This process, called subsidence, is causing Venice to slowly dip into the lagoon. At the same time, sea levels are rising due to climate change. It's a double whammy. The famous high tides, known as acqua alta, are becoming more frequent. Italy has invested billions in a massive flood barrier system called MOSA, a series of mobile gates designed to seal off the lagoon from the Adriatic Sea during high tides. While it's a monumental feat of engineering, some experts wonder if it's a long-term solution or just a temporary fix against the relentless rise of the sea. Now, let's travel across the globe to Southeast Asia, to a city facing an even more urgent crisis, Jakarta, Indonesia. This sprawling megacity of over 10 million people is sinking at an alarming rate, faster than any other major city in the world. In some parts of North Jakarta, the ground has sunk by more than 2.5 meters in just 10 years. Walk around these areas, and you lines see buildings with their ground floors submerged and bridges that seem to lead directly into the water. So why is this happening? The main culprit is the excessive extraction of groundwater. Since piped water isn't reliably available to everyone, many residents and businesses have been illegally digging wells to pump water directly from the ground beneath them. This is like deflating the cushion the city sits on, causing the land to collapse. With nearly half the city now below sea level, and with the Java Sea rising, the situation is so dire that the Indonesian government has made a radical decision. They are moving the capital. A new capital city, named Nusantara, is being built from scratch on the island of Borneo. It's an unprecedented move, leaving the future of the 10 million people who will remain in a sinking Jakarta uncertain. Next on our list is a city in the United States, New Orleans, Louisiana. Much of the city is already below sea level, protected by a complex system of levees and flood walls. We all saw the devastating consequences of this vulnerability in 2005 when Hurricane Katrina hit. The storm surge overwhelmed the flood defenses, leading to catastrophic flooding that submerged 80% of the city. The Mississippi River, which used to deposit sediment that built up the land, is now so heavily channeled that these natural land building processes have stopped. So the city sinks while the seas rise, and the protective coastal wetlands that act as a natural buffer against hurricanes are eroding away. Billions have been spent strengthening the levees since Katrina, but the question remains, can any man-made barrier truly hold back the power of nature forever in a city that is fighting a losing battle against gravity and water? Let's head to Africa, to Lagos, Nigeria. As one of the fastest growing cities in the world, Lagos is a powerhouse of commerce and culture, with a population expected to soar in the coming decades. But its location on a low-lying coastal plain makes it extremely vulnerable to rising sea levels. Many of its communities, especially the informal settlements built along the waterfront, are just a meter or two above the Atlantic Ocean. The erosion of the coastline is a constant threat, washing away land and homes. The city is also battling more frequent and intense flooding during the rainy season, which overwhelms its drainage systems. To protect its most valuable real estate, a massive project called Eco Atlantic is underway. It's a whole new city being built on land reclaimed from the sea, protected by an 8.5-kilometer-long sea wall dubbed the Great Wall of Lagos. While it may shield the wealthy new development, critics worrying it could worsen flooding for the rest of the unprotected, low-income communities along the coast. It highlights a tough reality. In the fight against climate change, not everyone gets a lifeboat. Our journey now takes us to another Asian megacity, Bangkok, Thailand. Known for its ornate shrines and bustling street life, Bangkok is another city built on soft clay soil. And just like Jakarta, rampant groundwater extraction over decades has caused it to sink dramatically. The city is currently sinking at a rate of about 1 to 2 centimeters per year, while the nearby Gulf of Thailand is rising. It's a familiar, dangerous combination. During the monsoon season, the city already struggles with flooding, as the Chao Phraya River swells and rainwater has nowhere to go. Projections show that large parts of this vibrant capital could be underwater before the year 2050. The government has taken steps, like restricting groundwater pumping and building canal-side parks that can double as floodwater retention ponds. But these measures might be too little, too late. The challenge is immense for a city of over 10 million people, where the concrete jungle has replaced the natural floodplains that once absorbed the excess water. Let's return to the United States and visit Miami, Florida. With its sunny beaches, Art Deco architecture, and glamorous lifestyle, Miami seems like a paradise. But this paradise is living on borrowed time. The city is built on porous limestone, which is like a giant sponge. This means that even if you build seawalls, rising seawater can simply seep up through the ground from below. This leads to a strange phenomenon called sunny day flooding, where streets in Miami Beach can flood even with clear skies and no rain, simply because it's high tide. The sea level in South Florida is projected to rise significantly by the end of the century, threatening trillions of dollars in real estate. The city is already spending hundreds of millions on raising roads, installing massive water pumps, and updating building codes. But these are costly, short-term solutions. Some scientists argue that for a city in such a low-lying and geologically challenging location, the only long-term answer might be a managed retreat, a planned relocation of communities away from the most vulnerable areas. It's a conversation no one wants to have, but one that is becoming increasingly unavoidable for Miami. Finally, we visit a city that tells a cautionary tale from the past, Alexandria, Egypt, founded by Alexander the Great over 2,300 years ago. This ancient city was once home to a lighthouse that was one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world and the legendary Great Library. Today, many of its ancient treasures are already underwater. The ruins of Cleopatra's palace and other parts of the ancient city lie at the bottom of the harbor, lost to earthquakes and subsidence centuries ago. They show us that climate change isn't a distant, abstract problem, it's happening right now, reshaping our world and threatening the places we call home. While engineering marvels like seawalls and floodgates can buy us time, they often aren't permanent solutions and can even create new problems. Which of these cities surprised you the most? Thanks for watching, and if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more journeys around our changing world.